All right, now let's get to some of your thoughts on our big story from last night regarding the push to bring a Major League Baseball team to Portland and building a ballpark on the city's south waterfront. We spent a lot of time talking about Senate Bill 110, which would adjust legislation from 2003 to allow for $150 million in bonds for stadium construction. This new bill would change that number to $800 million, with the bonds being paid back through something called a jock tax. That's revenue from state income taxes generated by the players and staff on the team's payroll. Visiting players and staff would also pay when they come to town, since they would be playing within the state of Oregon. But once those bonds are paid back, money from the jock tax would go directly to the state's general fund. Now, the biggest question on many of your minds is this one from Steve. He says, who would pay off the bonds if the baseball team happens to leave for whatever reason? A lot of you assume that it will fall on the taxpayer. So we asked the group behind all of this, that's the Portland Diamond Project, and they pointed us to the state treasurer's office. They told us, quote, the state is not committing funding in advance for the stadium or covering ongoing or future costs. The funding drawn from the revenue-backed bonds is generated by payroll taxes from the team. The team would be shouldering the risk, not the state. Now, that idea of the team shouldering the risk was also discussed during yesterday's hearing on Senate Bill 110 in Salem.
Example, terrible example, but it comes 10 years later, it goes bankrupt. They go bankrupt, not the state of Oregon, because we only pledge the money that we would draw from them. If somebody wants to come in and buy it, or they move it, God, forbid, to some other city or state, that stadium, basically is, the bankruptcy goes with the team. And I hate to put it that way.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so it seems that in theory, taxpayers would not be on the hook if the team came and went before those bonds were paid off. But now to the rest of all of your feedback. The slight majority of you agree with another viewer named Steve, who left us this voicemail.
Portland doesn't need an MLB stadium. We certainly need visionary leadership to restore community pride, but anyone who's ever visited OHSU South Waterfront knows that siting a ballpark nearby is just foolhardy. I do want a new I-5 bridge, though, an interstate bridge. Show me a bridge, and I'll pony up for NFL, MLB, tennis, even a pickleball facility, in that order.
Okay, Steve. Well, Zia wrote to us, I don't think we need a baseball team or a stadium. And even if we did, the location is abysmal. That neighborhood needs a full-size grocery store more than a baseball stadium. We also heard from an OHSU employee who works along the waterfront.
For me, it is a big no. We have we serve a lot of patients and a lot of people. We have 15 ORs down at the waterfront. We have patients that spend the night, and the sound, the noise, the traffic just to get in and out of there without a stadium for the patients and the doctors and the staff is already a disaster. And I just think this is a terrible place for it to go.
While there is a lot of negativity about the project, there's certainly a crowd who would be thrilled to have the big leagues here at home.
We would love MLB in Portland. My husband's been dreaming of it for years. And to say that we're not a baseball supporting community, I think is wrong, because at least all the people we've talked to are absolutely for it, especially from an economic perspective. And we are 100% certain that if you build it, they will come, and they'll love it.
Loretta wrote to us saying, I'm from a multi-generational Chicago Cubs fan family and a two-ball club city. It's no coincidence areas proximate to Chicago's Wrigley Field are filled with music venues and a vibrant restaurant scene. A ballpark can help counteract the loss of a city. Businesses will grow and thrive. Mass transit will get a boost. It's a no-brainer investment.
I have known all of my life that Portland, Oregon is a fabulous baseball town and softball town, I might add. And I just think it would be an excellent investment to use that old Zidell yard as a new baseball stadium.
Well, Senate Bill 110 has a work session scheduled in a state Senate committee tomorrow morning, and we will be watching.